Hello? Is this thing on? Ooh, Susu! What's up, Simmers? It's your favorite mystic, the Siren Sims, and we're back with another video. Because I just had to say something. I just had to say something else. Now, this one is just going to be a Sims in general video. Because, it's not always going to be negative and shitting on the Sims 4. At least not every time. I just wanted to talk about this. So, let's get into it. So, yesterday I made a video titled The Sims 4 Better Than Sims 3? And I made this video because I felt like, there was like a surge of people who had never really played The Sims 3, or, people who have a lot of commentary channels for The Sims, who are deciding to make videos about The Sims 3. And mind you, this is the first time this has happened, but usually what happens is these people who usually play The Sims 4 all the time take a break from The Sims 4 because they're bored, B-O-R-E-D, and they decide to play The Sims 3 and they have fun, right? But that's not the game that they're known for, so they go off and they play The Sims 4 again. That's it. Do they complain about the lag? Sure. But considering that The Sims 4 also has lag, they're just like, well, most of the time, they're okay with it because they at least see the reason for the lag. Mind you, anything can be fixed within context and time. So I'm sure if they spent more time on this game, they could have fixed the lags and bugs. However, when people usually play The Sims 3, they don't necessarily complain. They just do what they gotta do. Like, that's just it. Like, here's my thing about it, guys. I have to say this. Within the context of playing The Sims 3, I'm going to defend it. I'm going to defend it. The only time there's an actual argument where it's like, goddamn, it's like Sims 2 versus Sims 3. Like, that's an actual argument. Like, you can have for and against. Like, that's an actual debate. But Sims 4 versus anything before that time is like, what argument do you have apart from the building? Right, I'll give y'all the building. Okay. And one more thing I can give you, if you like that more cartoony look, that Fortnite-esque look, that Overwatch-esque look, fine. You got that. But that's because of personal, I think that's very interesting, right? And I might be wrong about this, you guys let me know. But I feel like with Sims 4, it's a lot of personal preference. Whereas with Sims 2 and 3, whether you like it or not, it's not necessarily personal preference. It's more like, in general, bugs versus bugs, playstyle versus playstyle, but not like complete preference. So for me, it's just like, I don't even know how you Sims 4 people even have a skin in the game shitting on older properties that were better. Let me explain to you why I enjoyed The Sims 2 and why I enjoyed The Sims 3. The Sims 2 is the first game I ever played. It was a long time ago, when I was a little children. I guess you know who I watch when I say that. And I was at a friend's house, and she had it. And I was like, what is this? Wow. Because, mind you, as a little kid, I never really had a computer at home. So I was just like, what is this? Can I see it? And so, she was like, oh, sure. She made me make somebody. I didn't know it was Sims 2 at the time because as a kid, Mandela effect, you see things differently from how they actually are. So the game was a lot more grand than it was before. I played it, I had fun. I played it for like possibly 20 minutes to maybe half an hour. We just randomly went to my friend's house in the middle of the night because my parents wanted to talk to her parents, and then we left. Then after that, when was the next time I played The Sims? When I lived in the States for like a year. I got it in Wii. Like, somebody had it on the Wii, or we had a Wii, and they bought The Sims 3 on the Wii. To this day, that game is pretty fun. Mind you, it is just Sims 3 on PC, but on the Wii with slightly different controls. But because it was on the Wii, it was so limited. Like, I'll give people this. People have said that they like hard gameplay because it's more fun or whatever. At first I was like, what is y'all talking about? But remembering how much fun I used to have playing Sims 3 on the Wii, I get it now. I get what she's talking about. So I played it on the Wii, on and off, had a little bit of fun with it on and off. And then I got it on the PC, and that was just it for me. That was just it. Like, I was just like, yeah, this is the game. This is my game. Why? I liked the realistic graphics. I used to play a lot of RPGs, but my favorite RPGs were the ones with the more realistic graphics. I would play more cartoony RPGs with more cartoony graphics, but those weren't necessarily my favorite. I used to play RuneScape, Free Realms, stuff like that. But I also played more fun things like Club Penguin. I used to remember I played a more realistic RPG, Pirates of the Caribbean Online, that used to be on Disney that you can't find anymore. I used to play cartoony stuff like Toontown, which is where I got the idea for my Toontown series that is still in production. Do not worry, okay? So, like, there is still a whole lot of the fact that I can be dual. I'm not a monolith. Just because I sometimes prefer a more realistic graphic system doesn't mean I have to. Like, just because I like the look of IMVU and stuff like that doesn't mean that they have to look like that, Sorry, excuse me. I want to protect Sims 3 because it's my favorite game. And it's the best to me personally. It removes some of the difficulties that you get because of the realism of The Sims 2, while also still having the parts of The Sims 2 that matter. The wackiness, the out of nowhereness. Now, can some people prefer The Sims 2 and I won't fight them? Definitely. Because unlike The Sims 4, Sims 2 has a lot of things that are noteworthy. I find out new things about The Sims 2 every so often. And it's just like, wow. Y'all really did that with this game. Y'all really just did that. And there is just no doubt about it. With The Sims 2 and 3, they peaked. Honestly, I don't know why you guys are like, I wish they would just do Sims 5 already. What are you excited for? Like what are you hoping that they're gonna do? Like what? Like I'm so, like, personally I'm confused. What is it that you're hoping to accomplish? Because to me personally, right? There is never going to be a right time. Right? I've heard people say allegedly that they just don't care about the game anymore. I've heard people say allegedly that they're just doing the bare minimum because y'all keep buying the Sims 4 kits, so they feel like they don't have to put in the work. I'm hearing all sorts of terrible things that, hey, quite possibly could have been put to the Sims 2 and 3. But in a smaller way. I'm not going to fight you on price of kits versus price of kits for Sims 3, because obviously by the time Sims 3 came out, they started seeing that like money was the thing. They really started to see that money was the thing that like ruled power or whatever. However, I will say this. Sims 2 and 3 are the ultimate. Stop lying to yourselves just because you want to validate the fact that you purchased this game and you're invested. This is what I say about guilty pleasures, because I have guilty pleasures. What are my guilty pleasures? High School Musical, the musical, the series is a guilty pleasure for me. Even though it is better written than other things that I may watch, it's still a guilty pleasure because I thought it was going to be bad. Period. That's it. And people wouldn't expect me to enjoy a show like that either. So there's still that, right? So that's just a guilty pleasure for me. Riverdale, guilty pleasure. Like, I'm never going to tell somebody that's good. Degrassi, it's actually a pretty good show, but it's a guilty pleasure. Anything that I would never tell anybody to watch is a guilty pleasure. So when it comes to games, anything that I cannot tell anybody to play because it would be so fun, without them having to do all of this research to find just the right mods for them, I'm not going to tell them about that like that. I'm sorry. Like what exactly do you want me to do? Like, what exactly do you want me to do? Just let me know. Just let me know. Because here's the thing. I may complain about The Sims 2, but I enjoy playing it. I enjoy playing it 1000%. You know, I've complained about The Sims 2 because I don't know how to play it, and I say that throughout the videos so that nobody who enjoys The Sims 2 feels jilted by me. Because it's not them, and it's not Sims 2, it's me. I am the one who's finding it hard to play the game. That's just it. Like, there's nothing else. There's no other caveat. You know what I mean? So for me, I just want y'all to understand, right? I just want y'all to understand that if you like The Sims 4, it's fine. But understand that to me personally, that's guilty pleasure energy. Okay? And what that means to me is that this is a game that you like. However, that does not mean that it is a good game. I used to play Barbie Girls when I was young, right? And Barbie Girls was this game where you could go into this virtual world dressed up as this weirdly configured drawing of a Barbie and do fashion stuff, make friends, update your housing. Like most things that had to do with Disney, you ended up having to pay for it after a while. Right? I still like that game. I'm not gonna tell anybody it was the pinnacle of girl games, but I liked it. Okay? So, you can enjoy the Sims 4 for what it is, but please, with a community that complains as much as y'all do, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear you talk shit about The Sims 3 when I can find thousands of videos of y'all nitpicking and picking apart and destroying The Sims 4. Even the people who get paid by the Sims team shit on The Sims 4. Like, you know, the EA Game Changers, they get a little bit of commission from EA, and they're still honest enough that even they shit on it. And you want to know what I'll give the EA Game Changers? At least when they play the other games, they still enjoy it and have a good time. Even if The Sims 3 isn't their favorite, even if it's like, I prefer Sims 2, they're not going to share The Sims 3. They're really not. Like, not in a big way. So y'all smaller YouTubers like me and stuff, like, relax. Relax. The Sims 3 is a beautiful game. It has beautiful graphics. When you add a little bit of CC, you can make somebody who looks exactly like you. I've done it. I've made somebody that looks exactly like me. I'm probably going to end up doing it again later on this year. Like, it's a good game with good graphics. Crazy things happen all the time. You can make up storylines or just watch them live. It's not just this empty shell of a game. And we will have to be honest with our shit, ain't we? Okay? Alright. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this. I like doing these little rant style videos. And I'll be working on the how to beautify your Sims videos. I'm just trying to figure out how to get that done. But anyways, see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye, Simmers. Soo-soo. Oh, P.S. Married at First Sight UK just came out. I'll be watching and reviewing that because they're way more exciting and fun than Married at First Sight US. Laters!